Rogers TV Sports Presentation.
Cuts across the line, looking for the backdoor tip. Oh, and a beautiful goal. Lindell's going to get ahead of steam. He's going to go for a skate. Chips it to himself, in around the goal. Scores! Brody Lindell with his second of the game!
Good evening, everyone. Welcome inside the Nanaimo Ice Centre for tonight's contest. The visiting Campbell River Storm bring their 19-5-4 record in against the home Nanaimo Buccaneers, who come in tonight's contest 11-15-1-1. And so the Buccaneers kind of trending in opposite direction as the Campbell River Storm. The Campbell River Storm, for a little while there, were stuck in second place within the North Division, but now they're up at the top of the pack, and they're looking to maintain that grip. And an interesting side note for tonight, we're going to be seeing both teams backup goaltenders. And for the Campbell River Storm, their backup goaltender, Mikko Duplain, he's only been in one contest so far this season. He has a win, but he was only tested 13 times in that game. So that'll certainly be a sidebar to watch for tonight, and we'll touch on that a little bit more into tonight's contest. Now the Buccaneers, of course, recently pulling down a giant trade in the VIJHL, and they actually, in that intro clip, you heard that goal call for Brody Lindell, and Brody Lindell was quite the story here leading up to his departure. He was traded for the Muxloe Twins, the rights of which were held by the Kerry Park Islanders. And so a blockbuster trade sends the Buccaneers top goal scorer. He was fifth in league scoring at that time, and he's now third in league scoring, and it's 1-2-3, all Kerry Park Islanders at the top of your league leaders. So the Buccaneers bringing in the Twins, and Porter Muxloe actually had a two-goal first game audition for the Buccaneers, and he followed that up the next game with another goal. So the Muxloe Twins, they've been solid so far here, and I'll tell you, one of the biggest pieces tonight that won't be here, it'll be number 10, Baden Pazerski. We're going to step aside for the anthem, and we'll be back for face-off here in a moment. As we were queuing up into tonight's game, that's Mikko Duplain, and he's got a one-game behind him win. So it's kind of one of those unprecedented 1.00 win percentages that all goaltenders would love to carry. And this other starting goaltender for tonight, Tristan Stevens, and he's going to give Darian Fesser the night off. Now back-to-back game nights for the Buccaneers. And tonight marks back-to-back games for the Campbell River Storm. So it totally makes sense that we've got both of these goaltenders in between the pipes. And the Campbell River Storm with quite a busy setup here just leading into the Christmas break. And they'll have Another matchup here on Friday night against the Lake Cowichan, or the Oceanside Generals. Here's a chance for the Muxloes in deep for the Buccaneers. That's broken up inside the blue line, and away come the Storm. Good poke check by Dylan Hoskins, and he'll poke that out to center. That one's chipped in deep by Levent Berta, number 86. You'll be hearing about him more tonight. There he is, just finding the puck, and that's what he does. Tried to move it to Dom Greco, but he was unable to connect that pass. The puck is chipped in deep by Lyndon Hoskins, and he wants to get to the bench for a change. On the backside, out comes Davis Young. Puck is kept in the corner by Ken Stalder. He had a goal a couple of nights ago. There's an intercept at the line. The Buccaneers in on goal, shot, and that one was tipped wide. Levent Berta getting a piece of it, but back they come with possession to Dylan Lamberto on the line. Shot from Young through traffic, and he was looking for the Stalder tip. And they were unable to get a tip in front of the net. Comes back to Young, he moves in, takes a shot, that's off the defender in front. Oh, and there was a great one-time opportunity for the Buccaneers as they threw it in front for Preston Muxloe. Even though Porter's been hotter to start here for the Buccaneers on the score sheet, Preston still has a point advantage in that regard. And the Twins are number 15 and 22 respectively, and you'll see them quite often centered by number 11, Zach Mongion. First real touch of the game on the puck behind the goal, as Miko Duplain gets his first real touch of the game. 2 shots now for the Buccaneers. There's a steal at the line, and now they're going to skate it out towards center. And that stick handling by Bowman Klippenstein was interrupted on the far side by the Storm defense, but they'll get a secondary chance to send it in, and that's what Alfie de Bruin does before he gets to the bench. Dylan Hoskins back out for him, and now the Hoskins reunited out on the ice, and they're going to coalesce around the puck carrier, and they'll move it on in behind the goal. Little spin move, but Lyndon Hoskins, as he does, he mows over the competition, and they gave Williams a little ride along the boards, but they keep it in at the point. There's a deflection across the slot. There's a kick saved by Stevens, and that's his first test. And he sends that one aside right. Trying to spin away from Hoskins in the corner. Sharp angle chance. Oh, and Hill at the side of the goal just jamming away, trying to put it in. Unable to find the handle on the backhand. Hoskins throws a hit, but there's still possession for the Storm as they have a real cycle going here inside the Buccaneers zone. Chipped off of the boards. Off the top of the face-off circle, there's a shot, knocked down, and Stevens, he covered it, but now he's trying to reel it in, and finally, with a man right in front of him poking at the puck, he's able to get the cover up, and Logan Wright was right there hoping that Tristan Stevens didn't realize it wasn't fully covered. Stevens not quite out to the tip of the blue paint there, and you could see it went off of his trapper, but it was almost like the part of the top of the trapper where the mesh is, and it rolled to the corner, but he was able to find it and stop play. There's a hard hit by Christensen along the boards as he meets up with Holden Smith. Puck is sent in deep, and looks like Davis Young will be the first one there. Sends it around the near side for Wade Anger. Hit on the far side boards. Lamberto has 2 on him, including Smith on the near side. Tries to go to his backhand. Sends it out. There's a pass in front and a good save. Another one by the goal. 3 by Stevens, and he's really had to find that puck as he came out about 6 inches from the top of the blue paint. Christensen down on goal, and he's going to force a save out of the goaltender Mika Duplain. And Tristan Stevens, 3 quick successive shots, and that's really pumped up the shots on the shot clock for the CR Storm. And you could see it was that work, that quick pass out of the corner, and right at the bottom of the face-off circle, they let it rip. And Cohen Obuck, he's got a hard shot. You could see it through practice, and there's a shot wide from the point from De Bruin. As I mentioned before, the Bucks really missing Pazerski, a real setup man himself, and he was on loan to the Cranbrook Bucks of the BCHL. Here's a chance around the goal for Kulas. He's just going to dish it to the point on the backhand. Mongion. Oh, they score from the point, and I don't believe it was touched in front, so that's going to be a goal from the defense. And Tristan Williams continues his tirade in the VIJHL. He's way up there on the defensive leaders. I believe he's number 7 in the league for defensemen for points. And he might be down on the Campbell River Storm point list. And you could see from the point, it was that little hesitation, and then he let a fluttering shot go. And I don't even think that had to be tipped, and Stevens lost it in translation. There's a fall on the near side boards, and I think Kenny Boychuk's going to head to the box. He got his stick in the skates of Dom Greco, and indeed that's what's going to happen as things turn a little more difficult here for the Buccaneers. Actually, it's going to be a slashing call against Boychuk, but it's going to be the same amount of time. He's hoping the full 2 minutes. Shots are 6-3 in favor of Campbell River. The Bucks did hold a 2-0 edge very briefly to start this first period. There's a win at the side of the goal. Hill takes a shot, and that's right off of the goal stick. Stevens didn't move, stayed square to the shooter. And now Kulas setting up in front of the goal. Hill is now right at the side of the goal, gets the pass down below the goal line. He's met by Young, who pins him. Kai Williams along the far side boards, up to the umbrella. They hold, shoot, tip in front, rebound, they score on the rebound. Hill jams it in, and it's a 2-0 lead just like that. We're not even 5 minutes in, and the Campbell River Storm holding a 2-0 edge. The Buccaneers seem a little shell-shocked here, and you can see it was that problem created by Hill down below the goal line. He came out from the goal line, but as soon as he saw that puck being brought in toward the top of the face-off circle, he activated, and they didn't take long on that power play to connect. There's a shot, and that one was tipped wide off of the stick of Lyndon Hoskins. Tries to play Fopel in behind the goal when McDonald had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he takes that shot from the Campbell River Storm off of the back of his hockey pants. They put it up along the far side boards. And Klippenstein will get it inside the line, but not much more. But he can help his mates turn it the other way if he can get a steal here. And he directs Fopel offside, and that's going to be a face-off outside the Buccaneers' blue line. And you could see that there was just no reaction available for Davis Young to get in position as Hill activated from right below the goal line, and he knew exactly when to head towards the goal, and it was a perfect timing kind of play. Didn't score the first shot, but he sure did on the rebound. Stevens was down and out. Shot towards the goal. That one flips up in the air. There's a reload, and Stevens gets in front of that one, and he covers that one wisely as Felix Fopel was all over that rebound in front of the goal. And the linesman Fraser will grab that puck for another face-off in Buccaneers territory. So a quick 2-0 lead established by the Storm on the road. And they win the most recent face-off, and Fopel out of the corner into the middle. Oh, and that one-time shot whistled wide, but not by much. Stevens, I don't even know if he saw it. It was a bullet. To the point they go. Near side for Fopel, tries to turn his back to the play. Lamberto gives him a hit, but he finds the puck into the slot. Good sweep by Davis Young, gets it out. And now Muxlow will head after the puck. Porter Muxlow. Lyndon Hoskins backing up. The inside-outside move out of the corner from the Storm. There's a nice break up there by Lamberto, and that sends a puck the other way, but there's a turnover inside the zone. Shot on goal, big save by Stevens. Oh, off the outside of the post. Oh my goodness, the rebound was put right off of the outside of the post. Oh boy, that would have been a hard dagger for the Buccaneers to take. They're already down 2-0. And we're 6.5 minutes in. Was it kept in? No, onside, says the linesman, and so the Buccaneers are offside. It'll be a face-off outside of the Campbell River Storm zone. You can see that hit from the corner there, and it was that back pass. It just found a way underneath the arm of the forward vacating the zone, and that caused all sorts of problems for the Buccaneers. But Tristan Stevens bails them out, and he's going to have to do a lot of that tonight. Hoskins just blindly spins it to the line. Didn't have much else. They score! Baudouin from the point, and he let it rip, and it wasn't even his full cannon, but it was the quick release, and Stevens was screened in front. And the Buccaneers fans are shell-shocked here. It's 3-0. And you could see that backhand just had to be quick and out of the zone. One of the Buccaneers was down trying to defend in front of the goal, but that almost was a screen for goaltender Tristan Stevens. And the Storm, 3 different goal scorers, and they lead 3-0 here in the first period. Buccaneers captain gets it to center, Gavin Monroe, and now they flip it in. Boston McDonald throws a hit, and he's going to have to be active in that regard now as he mucks it up in the corner, trying to find that puck, slaps it, and now he's looking for Young on the point, who receives, shoots, though, and it was tipped in front, and Monroe got a piece of that en route to the goaltender, but they shoot it outside the line. Puck is chipped in deep. Bowman Klippenstein creating the down ice pressure. Puck is sent into the Buccaneers zone, and the puck's on edge, so Stevens was unable to play it. Continues on edge, but Wade Enger just flips it ahead, and it's still crazy. It was still on edge by the time it hit the Storm blue line. Never left being on edge. Now it's finally settled. Storm from inside their own blue line. Boy, they're really picking out passes through the middle of the ice. And the most latest one for Curry found its mark. He's being watched by Dylan Lamberto. And now he and McDonald, or pardon me, him and Lamberto fall to the ice. Here's a steal out of the corner. Good reaction by Young, but it's only a temporary solution. A sharp angle shot, they score. It's 4-0 from out inside the corner. And it was a shot from Tristan Williams. He's got his second of the game. And it seemed to be a broken play. And there's that pass that's actually on the previous goal. And Tristan Williams getting them on top by a margin of 4-0. And what a shocking start to this period. And we're just over 8 minutes in. Tristan Williams with goals 3 and 4 on the season. He doubled his output in the first period here on his season so far in the goal scoring category. Big night for Williams. There's a breakaway pass for Obuck, and he had to turn to take that one, and that gave De Bruin time to catch up. Obuck with that hard release. Keep an eye out for that one tonight. As he drifts into the slot, number 17, waiting to see if Kules can work it out of the corner. Dom Greco tried to one-arm it, and the Bucks get it as far as center, but it's turned over. Here's the partial break-in on goal. Stick Alley scores, tipping it through the legs, and Dom Greco on the breakaway makes it 5-0. Campbell River Storm, and they continue their assault here offensively in the first period. Oh, and look at those hands in tight. It looked like he was going to try and pull it backhand. He's a left shooting forward. But just like all the good goal scorers, he left the puck out in front of him, leaving the goalie to wonder. And he left it long enough to open up the wickets, and that's where he deposits that puck. It's 5-0. Tristan Williams, the first one to pot 2 for the Storm. And a tough opening 9 minutes here for the Buccaneers, and they've already made a goal. Oh, and you can see the puck was left behind at the line, and Dom Greco just picked it up around Hoskins, and he had Stevens backing up. And as a heads up, Darian Fesser already brought in relief of Tristan Stevens. I think it's more of a mercy thing here. Tristan Stevens already 16 shots against, and 5 of them finding their way to the back of the twine. Jackson Karst, second in Buccaneers scoring. They're going to need him to find his stick in behind the goal. juking and jiving, has it one-handed but can't pull it across the slot. He makes one good play with his stick to try and negate that pass. Tipped forward, Hoskins backhand to the line. Karst tried to poke it free, but that was a good stop by the Storm defense as Kai Adano got his stick in the way of Burnaby BC product. On the far side wing, shot on goal that tips off of Lamberto's stick, and he finds it behind the goal. He's being flushed out, but he gets the puck as far as the line. Shot, and that took a tip off of Berta's stick in tight and up into the netting. We're going to get, maybe mercifully so, the media timeout here for the Buccaneers. And who would have thought by the media timeout that the Buccaneers would have to make a goaltending change? But they've pulled Tristan Stevens, and this 5-0 early blowout lead for the Campbell River Storm. Can the Buccaneers reel it back in here? From the point, there was that little shake and bake move, and you could see that the defender came out just far enough. He thought he was going to shoot to the left side, and it was tipped in front en route to the goal, I'm quite sure. There you go. You could see him slam the rebound in, and that the Buccaneers just have been unable to clear that secondary effort out from in front of the goal. And 3 different times now, there's been someone there to jam that rebound home, and it's usually their own rebound. And that one just eluding Tristan Stevens from distance, but he didn't have a very good line of sight on the puck. And you can see that battle won along the half wall. The Buccaneers were hitting and everything. That actually, those 2 hits in a row might have actually blinded the goalkeeper. See, there was a player bumped and he tried to look around him. And by the time he found the puck, Tristan Williams had already set up a screen about 12 feet out in front of him. So Darian Fesser in between the pipes after the first media timeout. Boston McDonald into the face-off circle. And he's up against Drayden Bear from the Ochapowachi First Nation. He's a 2005 born product. Nice backhand pass, and he gets a shot. Oh, and it tipped across the line. Now, are they going to give it to Toth, or are they going to give it to Bear? I'm not sure, but I think it crossed the line on the initial shot from Bear, and just towards the goal, and you could see again it's a case of a rebound in front, and Toth moved that puck out nicely, and he's the first one to skate, so we're gonna assume that the boys feel it's his. Off the corner, sharp angle chance, and Fesser squeezing the legs there to make sure that puck doesn't get through. Unbelievable, a 6. And I think Young might have got an assignment wrong there, but that initial shot from Bear, it did squeak through. Toth poking it over the line, so probably the last one to touch it before it goes over the line. And he's got his 4th of the season. Buccaneers are to way to center. Wade Enger chips it in deep. Finds Christensen, who tried to wheel it back to Hoskins, but that pass was intercepted, and now Felix Fopel down the near side. Tried to pass into the middle, wasn't able to find Williams, and the Bucks take over inside behind their own goaltender, Darian Fesser. Christensen away, chips it off of the boards. Out to meet it is Duplain. Sends it up the boards. That was intercepted by Porter Muxlow. Shot on goal by Preston, and that one swallowed up. And it's been a while since the Buccaneers had a shot, but they just got their 4th. And it comes off of the stick of Preston Muxlow. And you could see that the Bucks with a partial interception in the slot. I think that was the best that they had there, is to pull it to the forehand, try and snap the shot on goal. Preston with the face-off win, but it's too solid of a win. And the Bucks have to back up Lamberto with puck on edge. Far side boards. That was a good reach by the Storm to keep it alive just outside the blue line. And it's going to help them get possession and shoot it back in and force the Buccaneers to find another clearance here. Lamberto tries to skate out of trouble, but Hill moved in through the body. Porter from the point takes a shot. There's a shot, and Lamberto steered it wide before it touched Fesser. looks down ice, and he finds Zach Mongeon. Preston away, goes outside, long reach, puts it on the inside for Porter, and he stick handles around the outside to the point, shot on goal by De Bruin. That one was blocked up at the by Wright at the side of the goal. Buccaneers pull it out front, there's a shot, oh, and it went off of a Storm leg. But Buccaneers have possession again, just chipped forward by Mongeon. He's very good at playing the in-tight game. He likes to be within a foot or two of his opponent. De Bruin throwing the body on Wright, but the puck comes outside the line. And now the Buccaneers send it in onside, but can Mongeon catch up with that puck that was laid out just a little too far in front of him? Storm, back away they come. Puck was poked off momentarily, but the Buccaneers want to change, and so they get a partial one in here now. And they'll touch up with 7:23 to go. It's an astonishing 6-0 here at the Pirate Ship in Nanaimo. And again, thank you for being with us here on Rogers TV. And a big shout out to El Capitan, Todd Jones, the mastermind behind the production tonight. And I think you'd have to agree there's some pretty nice camera angles down on the ice. It's a fun game to call. There's been a lot of goals already. Be nice if the Buccaneers can pot a couple here. Ken Stalder out of the corner, pokes it free to the half boards. Nice outlet by Kenny Boychuk, and he's really going to have to come alive. He'll take a seat for the moment, but he's going to have to really find an extra gear to help the Buccaneers get back in this thing. Puck is kicked forward and down ice by Jackson Karst, looking over his shoulder, and he knew that might be the tail of the tape. It's an icing call against the Buccaneers with 6:31 to go here. Shots are 18-4 in favor of the Campbell River Storm, and I think there was a stretch of about 8 or 9 minutes of hockey where the Buccaneers were unable to register a shot, as the Storm have really had their way here in the opening 20. Puck is chipped along the boards for Karst. They're saying there was a touch. I see a neck guard out on the ice, and the linesman will come out and clear that away for the moment. As the Storm are back down ice. Pass through the middle. Lamberto running his man wide into the boards. Dom Greco, he has a goal here in the opening frame. There's a shot, and that whistles wide on the blocker side. Fesser never had to touch it, but it came close. Gavin Monroe, there's the outlet for Young. Young will skate it down to the far side. Stick handles, he's onside, barely, but the Buccaneers trying to find that puck along the half wall. There's a good hit by McDonald out of the corner, looking for an option. Tried to feed Bowman Klippenstein, who chases the puck in behind the goal, but the other 44 takes over. Tristan Williams, he's got a deuce tonight. Here's a potential breakaway. Stevens has to hold his ground. Oh, and he did, as he shoved out the left pad on Toth. And he never actually had to touch the puck as Toth lost control. There's a penalty on the backside, and I think Boston McDonald drew a penalty, and I think it's going to go against Drayden Bear, as Drayden Bear hooked his man on the way outside of the line. And you can tell by his reaction on the face, maybe kind of that hand in the cookie jar kind of look. Thought maybe nobody was watching, and that's the thing this time of year. Everybody's got to be conscious of who's watching. I mean, you better not pout and you better not cry, and I don't know if I really need to explain why. It's all about the good people this time of year. Buccaneers to the point. Lyndon Hoskins playing pass, shot towards the goal, and that one's steered wide by one of the Storm defenders, but the Bucks regained possession. Up top, Hoskins loads, shoots, looks for the tip in front, blockered away by Mikko Duplain. From the point, once again, another shot, looking for the tip in front. Oh, and there was a chance on the back door for Preston to maybe put that puck in. One-time shot, and it's low and deflected in front. Up top, all Hoskins can do is tip it over to Porter Muxlow. Down low for Preston, out of the corner, left shooting forward. Same as his twin as they play pass out of the corner. There's a sharp angle shot off of the shoulder of Duplain, and they'll get possession, sending it down ice. And that'll bring about a 4 or 5-man change, a full change for, 4-man change for the Storm. Buccaneers get one off the ice. Jackson Karst didn't like the setup there, and he was a little bit blind over his shoulder, so he wants to make sure, and the Buccaneers gain possession now. Just 48 seconds remaining in the power play. Bucks down by a half dozen. Puck is in the corner. Karst fell, but he finds the puck momentarily, but he gave it up along the wall, and that puck is sent down ice. Fesser to touch it. And there's a good shot of Davis Young leaving for Dylan Lamberto. Smooth skating defender. There's Boychuk, and Lamberto takes the return feed. He's a great carry out of the zone. There he is, shooting it on goal, and that's going to force a cover by Mikko Duplain. And the referees, Steve Bratt and Matt Collette, they haven't had too much here to do this evening, so they're all smiles so far. We'll see if that demeanor continues on into the third stanza. Both of these teams within 30 penalty minutes of each other, so they're both about the same temperament, you could say. Both the same amount of games played, 28. Puck goes into the corner where Wade Enger got bumped, and that gets the puck to the blue line, not out. Stalder holding his ground along the boards, and that allows Karst to backhand it to the far side. And the Storm getting busy in there too. Digging away. Thomas Curry gets bumped, and the puck finally comes loose. The Buccaneers asking for the long stretch pass, and it was touched by Boychuk. He finds it, gets control, shoots, and he whistles it wide. Stick side. Puck is kept in at the point by McDonald. Takes a hit for it, though. But the puck is ultimately found by the Storm, and here they come, 3 to the blue line. Quick skates around the outside, but Dom Greco momentarily left the puck behind. Puck is sent to the point. And that one unable to be held in at the line. It goes the length of the ice, and Wade Enger in hot pursuit of Trado, pardon me, and he tried to flip it along the boards. Now he gets it the second time round. Long range pass, Alfie de Bruin backing up. There's the backhand shovel to the slot, and Leventa Berta got bumped off of the puck there. Christensen couldn't take that puck clean. Hoskins had something going with Dom Greco there, who lost his stick probably twice that shift. In goes Christensen, takes a shot that's off of the defender's stick as Trado got in the way. Puck is sent up along the near side boards, and they'll skate it out. The Storm taking their time. Jacob Koulis from Stowe, Massachusetts, and he's a 2006 born product. Tristan Williams along the far side boards, digging there. McDonald awaiting the outcome. Had his stick out. Looked like one of the Storm might have tripped over that, and he has to be careful there as the puck is sent in. Fopel. Oh, he took a hard bump from Lamberto, who wasn't going to give up an inch there on the backside. Net momentarily comes up on the moorings. Puck is at the point, shot on goal, and that's blockered way up into the area where some of the fan exchange goes to the outside. Darian Fesser coming in relief of Tristan Stevens, and I think it's one of those times you could safely say that it was indeed in relief. I'm sure they were hoping to give Darian Fesser a little bit more of a break after a 4-1 loss to the West Shore Wolves last night in West Shore. There's the puck for Vopel looking for a tip in front, and he had Bear going to the goal. He wasn't able to get past the check of Lyndon Hoskins, and it gets it into the Storm blue line. Vopel back to pick it up. Now just a minute left in the opening period. 19-7 the shots in favor of the Campbell River Storm. And it's that eye-popping 6-0 lead. The puck was put out in front, and looked like for a moment Preston Muxlow might get a chance at shooting on the goal, but he was unable to lift the defender's stick. Puck is put up along the near side boards. Lyndon Hoskins backs up, and he sends it to the other defenseman at the other side of the blue line. Adano sending it in deep. Darian Fesser looked like he was going to send it the other way. Well, there's a hard hit by Wright as he knocks Hoskins down. Here's a little bit of stick handling in the slot by Williams. There's a shot on goal, and it was moved away but not out. Another shot from the point, just looking to get it in front, and now Stalder away with a dozen seconds to go. In over the blue line, Boychuk stops, holds, and he tried to shoot it towards the goal. It got tipped. 5 seconds to go, and they can't find the puck. The period's going to end 6-0 as they flip the puck down ice. And even though Darian Fesser touches it, that won't count as a shot on goal. And so the Buccaneers in all sorts of trouble here after 20 minutes. Hopefully they can get a little bit of a regroup, and we're going to talk to AJ Gale here, the assistant coach for the Buccaneers, coming up when we come back after a little bit of a break here. We'll be back on Rogers TV.
Here are 3 reasons why your social strategies should include Rogers TV. Reason number 1 is we have hyper-local audiences. The community TV channel gives you a chance to engage with people where you live, so you really get to know your neighbors and they get to know you. Reason number 2 is we can help diversify your distribution. With social media, it's really important to be able to have a wider audience, and Rogers TV can actually help complement your online presence by delivering to a different audience. And it's actually really easy to repurpose your existing content or to just create new material specifically tailored for community TV. And finally, reason number 3 is we can help enhance your credibility and your trust. And by aligning your brand with Rogers TV, you can tap into that trust that viewers have. This can boost your reputation, especially among viewers who favor local businesses and value community involvement. 1, 2, 3. It's that easy to build your local audience with Rogers TV.
And I'm here live with AJ Gale, the assistant coach for the Nanaimo Buccaneers. And first of all, AJ, thank you so much for doing this tonight. Bit of a tough first period. Maybe you can break down a little bit what went wrong and what we can engineer for the second period.
Yeah, you know what? I thought Campbell River, they're a good team. We knew that coming into the game. Obviously, our focus needed to be on playing our system to start. And, I thought we came out of the gates pretty good, but wheels fell off shortly after that. So, yeah, certainly need to get back to the system that we know and we're looking to execute here in the second period.
In a moment, I'd like to get to the, actually maybe we'll cover that now, Brody Lindell and the trade for the Muxloe twins. And I'm always fascinated by the general manager aspect of operations and that sort of thing. And maybe you can talk about the mindset of the organization making that trade and the timing of the trade.
Yeah, obviously anytime you lose a guy like Brody Lindell, who was very productive as a player, looking from the outside in, you're wondering why. But, for us, it was just a cultural shift that we needed to make within the organization. I thought we had 2 young kids, the brothers there, Muxloes, who were eager to get in and be a part of our organization. And we had another guy that had, his mentality was somewhere else.
The opening couple of goals there by Porter Muxloe, almost like an instant gratification there, kind of a little bit of a delivery on some of the promise. And when I was speaking to Brett, he was referring to the Muxloes as being more of a playmaking nature. Did you want to speak to that?
Yeah, I noticed it a little bit last night when we were in West Shore. Their ability to find each other, they're making little passes to one another that, it's kind of like what you've seen with the Sedins. They have that twin bond that we can't explain, but they're finding each other in areas that they're tight. They're making some good passes. Super good kids, really quiet, but work hard, and I think they have a lot of positive opportunity with the organization.
It certainly looks like they're going to get a lot of ice time and time to develop their craft. And they both have an incredibly long reach. I noticed they're very good working the puck, almost like on the cycle, like say the Sedins were. Like you mentioned, those little passes, and they might only be 5, 6, 7 feet, but they're very effective. And looking forward, maybe we can just quickly touch on Baden Pazerski. And I heard that he might have tweaked something in a practice a little ways back. Do you know what the timeline looks like?
Yeah, anytime a guy like Baden's out of your lineup, it makes you weaker right away. So yeah, the sooner we can get him back, the timeline with his injury at this point in time is undetermined. I know I've seen him at the rink today, and he's battling a bit of sickness as well. So he kind of got hit with it on both sides. So yeah, it'd be great to have him back in our lineup going forward and get a few other bodies back healthy.
100%. Is there maybe one or two that you can think of off the top of your head that will make an immediate impact?
Well, I think obviously Paz will make an immediate impact, as will a guy like Loney, who's keeps it simple on the back end. He's big body, and yeah, obviously we're missing a couple of key guys, Marcus Dumas, Porter Williamson. I think all of those names will certainly impact us in positive nature.
Just maybe one more quick thought heading into the break as the schedule eases up. What's the mentality now moving forward, just till we tidy up till Christmas? Are you just taking it one shift at a time?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's all we can do at this point in time. But I mean, for us, the focus needs to kind of shift towards playoffs.
Yes.
If we're going to make a push to make the playoffs, we're going to need to win some hockey games. We're going to need to be extremely focused and determined, and hopefully the break is well-needed rest for the guys to get back with their families and enjoy a little downtime.
AJ, I always appreciate your perspective and your insight. Thank you for doing this, and good luck in the second period, and the best of the season to you.
Thank you very much.
AJ Gale, the assistant coach of the Nanaimo Buccaneers, and his club down 6-0 after one period of play. We're going to step away. We'll be back with VIJHL second period action from Nanaimo.
Are you a passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast your content to a wider audience. And the best part, it's completely free. Don't miss this opportunity to share your vision and engage with viewers. Find out how Rogers TV can transform your content journey today.
Play underway inside the Nanaimo zone off of the opening face-off here in the second period. The Storm had it in just at the top of the face-off circle. The Buccaneers try a large shot down ice, and there's a delayed offside here. So that'll allow Lyndon Hoskins a chance to get it out towards center. And you heard AJ Gale talk about it. Here's a chance on the near side. Porter Muxlow trying to drive it from the outside to the inside. And he was dispossessed there by Tristan Williams, who has a couple of goals here tonight. And the puck is backhanded in deep. Mangion came in to find the puck, and he was met by a high stick there. And Trado's going to get a roughing call here, I believe. Just 48 seconds into this second period, so the Buccaneers get a little bit of relief here and a chance to put something up on the board. And they're hoping to test Mikko Duplain here now, with Trado in the box. Drayden Bear into the face-off circle, but the Buccaneers, Stalder wins that back. Riding the line is Lamberto, and he'll feed the top of the face-off circle for Jackson Karst. Puts it down below the goal line, and he plays pass with Boychuk. Now he moves in, shot on goal, and Duplain came out to the top of the blue paint to meet that one. And he has a short conversation with Hayward in front of the goal. Just all business so far for Mikko Duplain. Number 2 start in the VI. There's a high clear sent down ice, and that's going to send the Buccaneers back. Cayedano with that clear on the penalty kill. And 1:35 remaining in the power play as Kenny Boychuk winds it up out of his own zone. Left the puck behind, but he feeds Dylan Lamberto. Lamberto challenged by Hayward, and Hayward managed to get it up outside of the Buccaneers blue line. A little bit of a jam up in between the benches, and the Bucks come away with it. Boychuk with possession. Over to Lamberto, who's going to skate it, gets the red line, shoots it in. That forces a right pad save out of Duplain. Puck comes to the point. Davis Young, it's not out. Passes with Jackson Karst. The top of the face-off circle, there's a shot, and Duplain swallows that one up. And he'll grab it from the top of his right goal pad with his trapper, and that's shot number 10 for the Nanaimo Buccaneers. Buccaneers working it around, and they're just going to have to keep doing more of that. Davis Young getting the flex on the stick and letting it ride, and the Buccaneers are going to have to do that a lot more here, and there's a chance at the line. Dylan Hoskins kept it alive, spun it, finds the puck out of the corner in front, and McDonald couldn't get to the forehand, so he backhands it. He was had Wyatt Dumont all over him. Former Buccaneer out of the corner, hard pass from Bowman Klippenstein, had some room, maybe could have gone backhand, but Duplain screened in front. There's the shot, and once again, just on the opposite side, he slides right to left, and Duplain covering up. And he'll feed that puck to Tyler Fraser, the linesman. Buccaneers with some pressure, working it around, and they got another shot from the other side there. And they've won this face-off. Lyndon Hoskins off of the boards. McDonald had to turn around, but he found it. Hoskins shoots, scores! It was tipped in front! Bowman Klippenstein gets his tip in front, and the Buccaneers are on the board. And it's 6-1. The Buccaneers have one up on the board, and they're ready to get more as the crowd's coming alive a little bit here now. Good work by McDonald, opening up the defense, and Bowman Klippenstein, he's not a short kid, and when he gets posted up in front, he's a hard person to clear. That point shot from Lyndon Hoskins, a good little half slapper, and that tip upstairs beats Mikko Duplain for the first time tonight. That's shot number 12 for the Buccaneers, so they're slowly catching up thanks to that most recent power play. Long shoot in, goes wide of the goal, and the Storm are first in position to get that icing. And so the face-off will move into Buccaneers territory with 17:24 remaining in this second period. That bounce pass, it was a good job by McDonald to turn and find that so quick, and actually it took a deflection off of one of the skates of the Campbell River Storm there. That might have been Drayden Bear going off the outside of his skate en route to the goal, so it changed direction even before it got to Bowman Klippenstein. Shot from distance, there's a shot, and they score on the rebound. It's dropped down right in front, and it's a 7-1 marker. And the Campbell River Storm, they now have a secondary player with 2 goals. That's Dom Greco. He's got his second of the night to go with Tristan Williams' pair. It's that lost face-off there, and it came directly back to Tristan Williams. Actually, he's going to get credit. I believe Tristan Williams has the hat trick. I don't think it was touched in front. Tristan Williams threw a screen, through a maze, and over the shoulder of Darian Fesser. 7-1, the Storm turning on the power pack tonight. Puck chipped in deep by Cohen Obuck. Went sliding for his efforts, but the Buccaneers, Alfie de Bruin has to kick it to his forehand. Takes a hard bump on the backside from Thomas Curry from New Canaan, Connecticut. A 6'2", 170-pound winger. Puck is sent inside the zone, and Williams, who's just tagged his 3rd of the evening, his 5th on the season. He came into tonight with 2 goals. He's a defenseman. Well, they haven't awarded it. If anybody touched it in front, it was Dom Greco, but I don't think that touched another Storm player on the way to the goal. And Tristan Williams should, in fact, have his 3rd of the night, his 5th on the season. And we'll have to see how that plays out. I'll check the website here when we get a break. There's a 2-on-2 developing here. Shot on goal and into the trapper of Tristan Stevens. And you can tell that they had some momentum after that power play goal, but the air was just leaked right back out as a quick answer by the Storm. And we'll have to get the final tally, but it looks like it could be the 3rd of the night for Tristan Williams. And what a visit to the Nanaimo Ice Centre. Bear one-hands it, puts it into the slot. That puck was tipped, and the Buccaneers with a 2-on-3 back the other way. Jackson Carr sends it cross ice, and Duplain out to meet it on the forehand, sweeps it behind the goal. McDonald stopped up the momentum just long enough, but he couldn't take the return pass from Boychuk. Karst backs up. Davis Young has to be careful with stick handling near the blue line. Puck is sent in. Jacob Koulis getting an assist on that goal. the 7-1 marker. There's a shot from VIJHL, save in front, and that was kicked out by the left pad of Darian Fesser. Bucks back 3 strong, but a good intercept by Felix VIJHL, and he gets rubbed out by Davis Young, who returns a favor, but the Bucks ultimately give it away to Hayward. Oh, Davis Young, he just had that one hop over his stick. Otherwise, he and the captain, Gavin Monroe, might have had some business down ice. Here's a chance in front, backhand hooked up over the goal. Logan Wright getting in the clear, and he put it up high on the backhand. Hayward shooting from distance, and that's blocked away by Fesser. Spinning around in the creases, another save, and sticks out the pad in the partial splits, and he makes the stop. Darian Fesser keeping this one legitimate as he's forced to go down. He makes a save in the butterfly, and then he's forced to stretch his left leg out. And with that last couple of shots, 24 for the Storm, you could see the puck was kept in by Monroe, but he slid it across the line and it was intercepted. And great chance in front, but it was this backhand, and then that puck was tipped wide, and who else was going to the net but Williams? And that would have been a nightmare if he was allowed to put another one up on the board. It would have been his second straight, I believe. Davis Young pinning his man along the boards. Hill comes in relief. Stick handles around the perimeter. On the umbrella, shoots looking for the tip, and they get it in front, and that secondary backhand swallowed up. And Logan Wright, I think, might have got a piece of that puck on the way to the goal. He and Boston McDonald having a little discussion. And those kinds of discussions can linger a little bit in games where the score gets a bit lopsided. Darian Fesser, after a hard-fought effort last night, called back into duty. Hill from the point, he just let it go. It went off of the Buccaneers defender's skate, and the rebound was right there. Logan Wright getting a good crack at that one. Darian Fesser making the stop. Bucks out of their own zone now. Dylan Lamberto, stick handles. Puck got knocked up into the captain's face, but looks like Dumont's gonna stay out on the ice, checks his mouth. On the far side, Christensen, he's gonna send it cross ice, probably the best he can do in the moment. And he has De Bruin following up the play. The puck is in skates, and the two of them are in there trying to fish it out. Kai Williams in there, and same with Baudin, who has a goal here tonight and is first on the season, as the Campbell River Storm had 2 players pop the cherry tonight. Christensen, far side, puts it towards the goal, and that's wisely covered by Duplain as he gets down with the paddle along the ice, right in the blue paint, and he makes that stop and covers up. Christensen still steaming down on top of him, and Wade Enger was joining the rush. 13:40 remaining, second period. The Buccaneers 13 shots up on the board, and they've beaten Mikko Duplain once. And the Storm, for their part, they've exploded with goals here tonight. Trado off of the glass, kicked in by Porter Muxlow, shoots it towards the goal. That was sticked aside by Duplain. Williams couldn't reach that one, and neither could Porter Muxlow. Stretch pass finds their leading goal scorer, Leventa Berta from Budapest, Hungary. Another 2006 born. Preston Muxlow on the far side takes the puck and gets it as far as center, but the Storm defense and Trado right back into the Buccaneers zone. They'll try it once again from center here. Preston Muxlow, high flip, paddled down for Tristan Williams by Mikko Duplain. And now a nice outlet pass gets it to the blue line and beyond, as Dom Greco, he's skating quickly and effectively here tonight, gets the puck inside the line. Lyndon Hoskins digging in the corner there. Puck is wheeled out, but right into the wheelhouse of Jackson Karst. He'll chip and chase, but he trades partners there as Trado came in and relieved Cayetano. Puck was kept alive at the half wall. Stalder trying to reach for it, and he finds Karst. Out of the corner, has some room, shoots, and he's stopped, and the puck is loose. Where is it? It's now underneath the snow angel of Mikko Duplain, who gets up, and he wants to shake off his mask here right away. That bump in the corner by Stalder helped turn the puck the other way for Karsten. He realized he had some room. Berta was backing up a little too much, and he forces a trapper save. Oh, and it was right underneath the hockey pants of Duplain, who was starting to do the snow angel there, and then wisely slow as he gets it covered up effectively. Face off to his left now. Puck is in skates right at the line. And McDonald backhands it into Klippenstein, shoots from a sharp angle, and that one didn't miss by much on the stick side. Kept alive momentarily. Hayward gets in there, and he saw Klippenstein oncoming, got rid of it right away. Lamberto plays it forward, but it goes off into the Buccaneers bench and out of play. And that'll be a face-off probably just outside the Buccaneers blue line. Buccaneers will get a partial change here. Bowman Klippenstein. Into the face-off they go, and you can hear superfan Saj Barber saying, "Let's go, boys." And the captain, Gavin Monroe, loses the handle. Back the puck comes the other way. Chipped in deep. And tracked down by Thomas Curry. He's pinned by Davis Young. Getting a hand here from Cohen Obuck. Out of the corner, shoots, and I told you he can get him off hard and quick. And squeezing the right arm up against his chest pad was Darian Fesser. Oh, you can see that hard crash into the boards, and Young thought he had him pinned, but Kobuk just came in, found the puck on the forehand, and he got rid of it in a hurry. And that's kind of his specialty. Storm winning this face-off. Fopel, they get the puck towards the goal. Buccaneers kicking it into the corner, and Darian Fesser into the partial butterfly up against the far post as he was unsure where that puck was going to wind up, and it does indeed go out of play. And so it'll be another offensive zone face-off for the Storm. Drayden Baird is set to take this draw against Boston McDonald, and he has Hayward in behind him on his left point. Bucks win the draw. De Bruin sends it to the near side. Klippenstein chips it off the boards. Young tries to flip it out, but it's not. Shot on goal by Fopel, and that's fought off by Darian Fesser. High clear off of the glass. Gets to the line, not out. Hayward fires it just on goal, and that's easily kicked aside by Fesser. Shot number 27 for the Storm, and it's 7-1 if you're just joining us. The Storm, all sorts of an incredible first period. Shot towards the goal that bounced off a couple players, and that's going to force Fesser to cover it with his trapper. And the Storm will have a full reset here. Change from the bench. Walking out of the corner, and you could see Fopel was trying to drag Fesser over to the middle of the ice and then snap it hard on his blocker side, but Darian Fesser not biting on that one, stood his ground and stayed squared to Fopel. Face off to his left. Puck comes to the point. Fake shot by Lucas Baudin from Lévis, Quebec City. And the puck is away for the Buccaneers. Chipped in by Coburn, and there's a whistle right away, and someone's being pulled out for a slashing call here. And it looks like it's going to go against the Storm. So Logan Wright, he's going to get the slashing call here, and the Buccaneers with a chance to try and add to their approximately 17.5% efficiency here. Face off over to the left of Miko Duplain, and he watches as Coburn sets up down the bottom of the face-off circle for Christensen. Puck was tipped, shot on goal, and that one didn't miss by much. I think it took a tip off Dumont in front. Out of the corner, Dylan Hoskins has moved down, plays it to the point. Wade Enger was trying to move across for him, and the puck took a tip out near center ice, and so that forces the Buccaneers back inside their own zone. Exactly 30 seconds off of the power play clock. Hoskins tried to feed Christensen on the near side, and that one rolled off his stick due to the forecheck by Kulas. Off of the near side, there's a soft drop, maybe a little too soft. Dylan Hoskins has to be careful. Looked like he thought about sending it on the backhand. Feeds it to Linden. Fakes the shot. Feeds Wade Enger. Return to Linden, now over to Dylan Hoskins, right side, shooting it, forces a left pad save, and diving out, reeling it in. Duplan makes the stop, and with now 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining in the power play, they'll get total new personnel out on the ice, and the Buccaneers will too. Buccaneers working the perimeter on that play. Lyndon Hoskins always a big threat to shoot, and Dylan waiting till the screen developed, and he tried to shoot it through Kulas, and he did a good job. The puck did get there, and it forced the pad save. Duplain having to dive out and reel it in. Buccaneers win that draw, and they play it down below the goal line. Zach Mangion tried to get to it before Tristan Williams, but Williams found the handle. Williams, a left shooting defenseman, as opposed to Zach Mangion, who's a right shooting forward. The puck is sent in, but he's gonna have to chase it down. He wasn't in motion, but he finds the puck anyways. Mangion plays it to Porter Muxlow. The tap to the boards for Davis Young. Puck rolled off his stick. Young keeps it in. Nice cover. And on the near side, Dylan Lamberto fakes the hard shot, makes a move, feeds the point. Here's room for Davis Young. Goes around the defender. Oh, and he missed the handle on that snapshot. Porter Muxlow now from below the goal line. 12 seconds to go in the power play. Mangion up to the point. Lamberto saw the head nod. There's the return feed. Now over to Young on the far side. Penalties coming to a close. There's a shot, and it goes way up into the netting. And with 1 second remaining in the penalty, and I could see over in the penalty box, Logan Wright looking skyward when he realized that he couldn't step out of the box. The gate was open. But do not pass go, and do not step on the ice for fear of a penalty. Now he can come racing out. Here's a shot off of the face-off win from the point. Alfie DeBruin let it fly. Right pad stop from Duplain. Karst riding the perimeter on the backhand. Ken Stalder from behind the goal tries to make a move on Kai Adano. Adano, though, moves in and kicks it forward with his skate. Good play by Kai. And now the Storm are away. Fopel had to try and reach around Lyndon Hoskins. That's a tough task, but he got it to the half boards. 8 minutes to go, second frame. Lyndon Hoskins now spins away from one check, and now two as they pile into the corner. There's a great shot there on the end boards as the players dig away at it, but ultimately Karst comes away with the puck to center. He's going to chase this flip in, and he's right there with Tristan Williams, who's having a whale of an evening here. Fopel takes a hard bump there from DeBruin as he finishes his check. Down ice goes Dylan Hoskins, and he'll just backhand it down ice. The Storm, Adano takes over to Williams. Just barely made the red line, or did he? Flips it forward. The far side linesman says yes. He made it in stride. There's the turnover. The Buccaneers have to be careful at the line, but both 21s almost run into each other, and now the puck comes back the other way. Klippenstein, he's going to get a penalty for that. He tried to go outside of Kai Adano, and because he couldn't get around, he shoved him in the chest, and he's going to go, I think, for roughing here with 7:07 remaining in the second period. And I think he would have been okay if his right glove hadn't have gotten up underneath the chin of Kai Adano, but because his head popped back a little bit. And actually, I think what they're doing is they are actually using this opportunity for the media timeout. And as I mentioned, Bowman Klippenstein, he just wanted to go around the player, but there's a little bit of a height discrepancy there. Kai Adano, he's 5'11", and so far this is where we're at. Kulas with that face-off win, and Tristan Williams, a seeing eye shot. He just made one move to the forehand and then pulled it back a little bit, let it fly, and it was a perfect shot. And then in tight. Drayden Bear got stopped, but that rebound was just lying there, and Tristan Williams nearly got a hold of it. Hill with a good idea just to shoot, and the Buccaneers, they had to fend off Hill in the slot there as he just activated and tried to get a tip, but a good job by Boston McDonald to fence him out.
Jackson Karst out of the corner realized he had room, and he did well to pull it to the backhand, tried to snap it up Trapper side. And that was probably the Buccaneers' best non-scoring chance. And that was Cohen Obuck firing underneath the arm of Darian Fesser, but he squeezed tight. Look at that battle between McDonald and Thomas Curry. They went almost head first into the boards. That's how these young men are playing it out there tonight, leaving it all out on the ice. Unfortunately for the Buccaneers, there's been more left on the ice than the Campbell River Storm, and it's a 7-1 differential here. Playback underway after the media timeout. Tristan Williams down below the goal line for Dom Greco. He has a goal and a couple helpers here tonight. Puck is sent down ice by the Bucks, and that'll kill the first dozen seconds of this power play. Tristan Williams faked like he was going to feed Fopel, but it does wind up on Fopel's stick. He's going to go around Davis Young, skating, tried to tuck it between, and then it's a goal! Fopel took the puck from the backhand to the forehand, and he opened up the wickets just enough. And he's got a goal here tonight, and he joins his brethren up on the score sheet. And you could see just that blinding speed around the outside, and Fopel made it look like he might carry around behind the net and try the wraparound, and that was just enough to open up number one, Darian Fesser, has the seventh best save percentage in the league. And right above him is the man that was not dressed tonight for the Campbell River Storm, and that being Caden Serpa, the Storm number one goaltender, and they're giving him the night off with work to do tomorrow night. Puck is kicked forward. They'll be in Campbell River taking on the Oceanside Generals. They bring in their 3-22-1 record into the Rod Brindamore Arena. And once again, you could see two Buccaneers trying to cut Felix Fopel off, but that puck was just perfectly placed. Looked like he was going to wrap it around the goal and try and stuff it in from the other side. Good speed on his part. Face-off win by the Storm, and it's chipped in down ice. Fesser got rid of it. Wasn't sure if he would have, but the Buccaneers get it to the blue line, finding Preston Muxlow. Shoots! And he drifts that one high and wide over the Trapper. Porter in to create some pressure. He goes to the goal. Davis Young takes a shot, and that one chips up. Preston was first to it. Davis Young pinching in, and he meets it down below the goal line. Preston will try and flush it out. Jackson Karst joins the rush, and the pressure down low. Preston Muxlow just flipping it back in, and I think their line's going to be close to a change. There goes at least the partial defensive changing. Good keep in by Preston Muxlow, rides around behind the goal, takes a look, goes to his backhand, and that one comes right to the point. Shot by De Bruin, and he whiffed on that one, and there's a 2-on-2 back the other way is Hill trying to open up and head to the middle. One-arm steer from the corner from Cohen Obuck. We saw that one earlier, and he got a hard shot off after he did. Puck is sent out to center. First one there. That's Kai Williams, and he just flip it down ice. Oh, here's a chance in front of the goal, and a great save by Darian Fesser comes right across to stop Logan Wright. And Wright's been so dangerous in tight tonight. Good job by the Buccaneers defense, but great job by Fesser to come across. Great athleticism on that save. Puck is sent in. Hill's going to activate. De Bruin thought that it might be played behind the goal by by Darian Fesser. Storm putting on the brakes in behind the goal. A couple of bodies going down, one of them being Hill. Shot on goal, and that didn't miss by much on the blocker side. Ken Boychuk has a look down ice, tried to feed Bowman Klippenstein, but that was intercepted and sent back down ice. Dylan Lamberto now in behind the goal. 4 minutes remaining, second period. Shots are 30-17 in favor of the Storm, and they've got a pretty formidable lead. Leventa Berta
29 points on the season coming into tonight. There's the pass on the near side. Shot towards the goal, and it bounced down. Good job by Fesser. Did they go? They're calling it a goal. As they're saying it crossed the line before Fesser was able to dive on top of it. And the Storm, Kai Williams, jumps on the rebound. See that stick flex on the way to the goal, and the puck dropped down. And as Fesser turned around with his blocker hand, it looked like it just brushed off of the bottom of the blocker and across the goal line. And we'll have to see for sure, but I think Kai Williams has that one for the Campbell River Storm. If it is his, it'll be his 10th of the season. Puck is flipped out down ice. And Berta, first one to it. Prefers for Hayward. Put it off the dasher in behind the goal. And now the captain, Gavin Monroe, took it off his skate, and then he tried to send it outside the line. Buccaneers still hemmed in. Comes to the point. Jacob Kulis shooting. That was blocked. Here's a potential break the other way. Maybe not quite enough. And oh, what a great comeback there by Hayward. Great speed as he tracked down Boston McDonald, who's near the end of his shift. Puck is sent to the boards. Monroe. So look at that most recent goal, and again, that snap and the shot, all sorts of problems in front. De Bruin trying to cover the man in front, but I think it was as he fought off, the puck bounced off the defender, and when he tried to reach down for it, that puck went off of the blocker and just across the line. And the backside official, Matt Collette, was right there, and he signaled as he pointed down towards the ice, down in underneath the goal. 9-1 is the difference here as the Buccaneers maybe just a little too many thoughts about presents under the tree, and some wonderful home-baked cookie shot towards the goal as Fesser stops that one. And actually, I should back up on that. Definitely, as was pointed out by AJ Gale, the assistant coach for the Buccaneers in the intermission, the Storm really came out and were owning areas of the ice. They were working very hard, and their timing was very effective, especially on those set plays where they would activate someone like Hill or Drayden Bear to head from the bottom of the goal line right towards the goal as soon as the defender goes to shoot it from the point. Puck is flipped around the boards, and that's met by Dylan Hoskins out at center, and he'll play pass with Linden. Karst tried to tap it forward, but Bear intercepts it at center. Preston Muxlow finds Karst on the near side, and he'll send it in deep. Nice little fake by Duplain. Preston Muxlow trying to catch them snoozing a little bit. Steal at the line, and that was shot. Spinorama shot from Porter Muxlow, and that'll be stopped. Shot number 18 by the Buccaneers. There's been 32 so far. And there's a good look at the captain, Wyatt Dumont, for Campbell River. Former Nanaimo Buccaneer. Smith into the face-off dot. And the linesman, Reed Ellingson, drops the puck. Stalder had it in his skates. Trado plays it safely behind the goal for Williams. Tristan Williams fending off a couple of Bucks, including Ken Stalder. Into the slot, here's a steal. Christensen shoots, and that was off of the right pad save as Duplain got tested from about 25 feet out. Boychuk kept the puck alive. Hard hit along the far side boards. And Cohen Obuck was slow to get to his feet. Coburn bounces it to the point. De Bruin on the near sideline. Berto shoots, rebound in front, kicked through, they scored! Boychuk finds the rebound! Kenny Boychuk and the Buccaneers have some reason to celebrate. Great job by Dylan Lamberto to fire that puck through the traffic. Lamberto setting it up, that hard shot, and it was on edge, and as it went forward, Duplain tried to dive out like he's done before to cover it up with his trapper, but this time Boychuk with that quick little stab. And he finds room underneath the Campbell River Storm netminder. It's 9-2, 30 seconds to go in the second period. And we're hoping to have bench boss Troy Newens join us in the second intermission. Not too often you get a head coach able to head up. Kenny Boychuk automatically took over the team lead in scoring with the departure of Brody Lindell. And that'll wind it down here in the second period, so the Buccaneers able to find a late one. And Kenny Boychuk, with his 13th of the season, gives the Buck a little bit of reason for some Christmas cheer going into the third period. But the Campbell River Storm, they jumped out to that early 6-0 lead. And the Buccaneers, you could see a good keep in with Dylan Lamberto, a hard shot, and kicked forward as Boychuk kicked it forward and just barely tapped it in with his stick. And it's a 9-2 difference here in Nanaimo. We're going to be back in a moment. More on Rogers TV. Buccaneers down 9-2.
Are you a passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast your content to a wider audience. And the best part, it's completely free. Don't miss this opportunity to share your vision and engage with viewers. Find out how Rogers TV can transform your content journey today.
We're here with Troy Newens, the coach of the Campbell River Storm. And first of all, Troy, congratulations so far to this point in the season, a 19-5-4 record. Maybe you can talk about some of the things that have helped make a difference to getting your club to that mark, and some of the things that have helped sharpen your focus.
I think it's a complete buy-in, right, from the ownership to the management staff, to the coaches, to the players, to our fans. You know, the organization provides us with a ton of ice. The guys practice every day. We have skills ice 3 days a week. We're in the gym 2 days a week. We've got a great trainer. So I think it's right from the top of the organization down.
It's just sounds like such an environment where you can kind of breed some success, some of which we're seeing tonight. Maybe some thoughts on the game so far, and what are some of the things that you're really liking about your crew tonight?
Yeah, I think our guys are skating fast. They're putting the pucks deep and getting to them first, right? And then we're keeping control of the puck once we get it and managing to get shots on net and some traffic. Making it difficult for Nanaimo's goalies to see the puck, I think, is the big thing for us so far. And I think that's why there's so many goals up on the board tonight.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a theme, especially in the first period when the Storm built up that 6-0 lead. It seemed like the first 3 goals that went in, Tristan Stevens barely saw any of it. Hill setting up some great screens, Drayden Bear. But maybe we can talk about Tristan Williams a little bit. He's been putting on a bit of a show here tonight.
You know, he's pretty determined. He's got a game in the VIJHL last week. He's going to be heading off tomorrow and Saturday again. So he's earned it, right? And you can see it on the ice tonight. He's a team player. He plays defense first. I know he's got 5 points tonight, but if you watch him in the other end, that's where we really accredit his job.
They say that if a defenseman's doing their job, you don't really notice them. But on nights like tonight, it's hard not to notice that. And maybe talk about 1 or 2 of the other defenders that you really feel have helped the team propel to this lead.
Well, I think that Filion's not in the lineup tonight, but he's been really good for us this year. He's made the biggest strides as far as I'm concerned with our defensemen. We've really leaned on him a lot this year. We'll see him back in the lineup tomorrow night. Becca Trados phenomenal defensively, takes great care of our own end, and again, he pinches when he can pinch and knows when not to. So I think our D are doing a great job, and you know, they're able to do their job probably because our forwards support them properly in our own zone and in the offensive zone.
Let's look ahead a little bit to the playoffs, and I know that it's not, I know we're at Christmas just about here and there's a lot more hockey, but with that mindset down the road, you know you're going to be in the postseason, and what is the main focus for the Storm to get ready and be ready for that point?
Well, we just have to keep doing the right things like we are tonight, right? I mean, and it's funny that you ask that because we talk about it every day. Like, this is exhibition for the playoffs, right? So we're trying to get things right now so that when we get to the playoffs, we can improve on them. So, and the mistakes that we make, we got to fix them. So there's a lot of work to do before we get to the playoffs, but we'll be ready. Our goalies will be ready, and the organization will have us ready.
One of the things that I really enjoyed about our pregame discussion was you talked about being able to focus on coaching. Maybe you can just tell the listeners what that kind of feels like and what that looks like for someone like you.
Well, our organization's got everybody doing the right jobs behind the scene, right? I'm able to focus on coaching our guys, doing video one-on-one every day. We do video 3 days a week as a group. So that's where I've really put my focus with Dom, my assistant coach, and he's phenomenal at it. I got to give him some credit. He's a great video guy. He's great one-on-one with our players. So we've got everybody doing a job behind the scenes so that we don't have to. They allow us to focus on our job as coaches. You know, Lou's done a great job putting this group together, recruiting, and he continues to recruit, bring us the right guys. Right, so when guys come to the room, we know what we're getting ahead of time because of the job that Lou has done. So a huge shout out to Lou.
Every time he makes a move, the earth shakes a little bit, doesn't it?
Well, we know he's working hard each and every day, that's for sure.
Always has the eyes open. It's that fine tuning, and I want to give you the platform just for a minute as we head to the Christmas break. Anyone you want to say best wishes to?
Yeah, you know, my mom and my sister in Winnipeg, so I'd like to say hi to them, and my daughter back in Saskatchewan, and you know, to everyone out there that's watching tonight, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Probably a little colder in Winnipeg at the moment, I would imagine.
I'm certainly glad we're here, that's for sure.
So glad to have you, Troy. Thanks again for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
Best of luck the rest of the way, and thank you so much for a class act.
Thank you.
Troy Newens, head coach of the Campbell River Storm. We're going to step away here for a break, and we've got third period action coming up in a bit. We'll be back in a moment here on Rogers TV.
Here are 3 reasons why your social strategies should include Rogers TV. Reason number 1 is we have hyper-local audiences. The community TV channel gives you a chance to engage with people where you live, so you really get to know your neighbors and they get to know you. Reason number 2 is we can help diversify your distribution. With social media, it's really important to be able to have a wider audience, and Rogers TV can actually help complement your online presence by delivering to a different audience. And it's actually really easy to repurpose your existing content or to just create new material specifically tailored for community TV. And finally, reason number 3 is we can help enhance your credibility and your trust. And by aligning your brand with Rogers TV, you can tap into that trust that viewers have. This can boost your reputation, especially among viewers who favor local businesses and value community involvement. 1, 2, 3. It's that easy to build your local audience with Rogers TV.
Yes. That good work behind the net there by Jackson Karst as he came out in front. Mikko Duplain doing well to get in front of that one with his trapper right from the bottom of the face-off circle. And then the other number 17, Cohen Obuck, firing one on Darian Fesser. And there's that hard ride into the boards. Boston McDonald all tied up. Thomas Curry. There's Dylan Hoskins getting one through traffic, and that was reeled in by Duplain. Great save off of Logan Wright, pulling it far out from the backhand onto the forehand. And the Buccaneers, they've been able to provide some traffic, but just not quite as much as the Storm. There's that outside speed by Fopel, and he somehow just magically found the hole. Bowman Klippenstein getting called for that contact there, and then Tristan Williams seeing eye shot from 30 feet out, beating Fesser. Dom Greco in front, and he's had a big night as well for the boys in white and red. And it's a good play by Boston McDonald there to load up. Lyndon Hoskins shot through traffic, and that one got tipped up and in for the Buccaneers' second goal. But that attack by Felix Fopel, just too fast. You see him drag it in, looked like he was going to head all the way around the net, tuck it in on the other side. And poor Fesser, as he reaches back trying to find that puck, it got kicked up towards his blocker and then knocked into the goal as he tried to find it on the swing with his arm. Bodie Coburn firing off a little rocket there. And we're live. Playback underway, third period. Fresh seat of ice. And Preston Muxlow putting on the brakes. Moves in top of the faceoff circle into the slot, holds, and then he just lets it roll for Porter. Backhand towards the middle, and that one bounces off of the stick of Jacob Koulis, and the puck is put into the corner. Bucks can't get it up along the half wall. And now from in behind the goal, there's a backhand, and it sends Lyndon Hoskins stick flying, and he's just going to get off to the bench for a change. Tristan Stevens moving his big twig out of the way. Back comes that smooth skating Dylan Lamberto, as I mentioned earlier. Ice is a little bit wet. The puck stayed there when he tried to feed it down ice. Look at it just sit there, and there's another go as the ice not quite rid of all of the water yet that is used in the clean process. Partial change in effect for the Campbell River Storm, and they hustle back and grab the puck out of their own zone. Stolen at the line. Ken Stalder off of the half boards, comes to the point. Lamberto pulled it to the outside, tried a shot, and that one bouncing off of Felix Fopel. Puck is sent in behind the goaltender. Duplain looking over his left shoulder as the defense ships it out. Hayward along the near side boards. Drayden Baird finds it. One hand played forward by Fopel, who's having a strong night for the Storm. And of note, they did a scoring change on the Buccaneers. They rightfully gave Lyndon Hoskins an assist on that second goal by the Buccaneers. Puck is snapped in from distance, blockered down and away by Fesser. Hoskins takes a poke at it with his stick. Drayden Baird in after it. Unfortunately, Steve Bratt was in the road of that clear, and now a puck was put through the crease, and McDonald, it had to go it off his left skate, and he couldn't find the handle, and it nearly went into the goal. To the point, Storm setting up in front, they score that seeing eye shot. Oh, they're waving it off. They're saying high stick, the backside official. So if there is going to be a 10th goal for the Storm, they're going to have to wait as they're waving that one off from the backside. Matt Collette says it was a high stick, and they're going to go and confer with the timekeep bench. So that goal waved off. Contact in front. I think it was Wright that got his stick on it. So he's been snake bitten a little bit. He's had some great chances. And then, of course, that one finding the back of the net on the wrister in by Wyatt Dumont. But they said he waved at it. There's a long-range shot from the blue line. Fesser stops that, and it's cleared by Young. McDonald chases it at center. Long stretch pass, finds right into the middle, and they're crashing the net. Williams tried to get his body in the way, nearly able to do it, and now the puck is sent down ice by the Buccaneers, and it was on edge, so that one made it all the way down. Here's a look at the disallowed goal. Puck was kept in by Logan Wright. Then you can see on the give and go, he goes and sets up a post in front, but there's a player ducking in front there as the shot comes through, and you could see him shaking out his hand after the play was over. So Kai Williams from Toronto, Ontario, he felt that last play looked like they might score. That play not called on a hand pass. So with just about 3 minutes gone here in the third period, there's a good look at the Campbell River Storm Kai Williams. Left shooting forward. Out there with Logan Wright and Ethan Hill. Puck stays right dead center, and Stalder nearly fell on it after trying to win the face-off back. Storm with possession, and they sweep it in. Puck will come around near side. Logan Wright first to it. He has Lyndon Hoskins bodying him up against the boards, but he jams it off the back of the goal. Kai Williams couldn't reach it, but Hill does. Gets it to the point, shot on goal. That's off of Fesser's right shoulder, and he spins around in the crease, gets to the other side as Lamberto crashes down on top of Williams, who's in a heap on the ice. He gets up, but he felt that collision. There's the play off of the boards, but they're gonna back off and get the full change. Logan Wright, he's seen enough ice this shift. Alfie DeBruin, who got an assist given to him on the first goal. Puck is in Hoskins' skates. Good poke there by Muxlow, and now they get it out towards center for Karst. Karst over the line, flips it in. Duplain thought about playing it, but he left it, and it's a good decision as that's carried out down the wing and flipped on the backhand, but they're saying that there was a touch, so Alfie DeBruin back there, he's gonna have to take a hit in the process to get it out, and he does. On the far side for Preston, Muxlow goes in, tries to one-hand it, moves it to the middle, good blocker save, steered around by Porter, comes out the other side for Preston. Up top for Hoskins, shoots through the screen, rebound, and it went through the crease as they juggled it in front. I think that was tipped by Porter Muxlow. And the Storm just get rid of it, but I think from their own side of center, so that's only gonna momentarily bring some relief for the Storm. Darian Fesser having to be brought in relief after the first 5 goals scored on 16 shots against his counterpart, and there's been 19 shots since he's come in. Face-off win by the Storm. Play over in the corner. Christensen forced the issue shot from long range, and that shot from Dylan Lamberto not enough to heavily test goaltender Mikko Duplain. Shot number 23 registered by the Bucks. Once again, thank you for being here tonight with us on Rogers TV and our friends inside the Nanaimo Ice Centre, including Flow Hockey. There's a long stretch pass, and it's picked up in flight. Shot by Leventa Berta, and it's squeezed underneath the right arm. Darian Fesser, he knew it was there, and he knew it was wanting to fall out. Berta with one of the harder shots on the Storm offense. And look at that good speed. You can see that wide stance, and then he tried to go between Lamberto's legs and confuse Fesser. Face off to Fesser's left. Kulas helps win the draw. Puck is put towards the corner. Christensen had that bullet go off of his stick. Berta cross seam, and that's intercepted by Christensen. He's got Boychuk on the far side. Snaps it in cross ice. Boychuk's going to give chase. He made the defender miss, but he overskated the puck. Now he throws his body along the half boards, and he gets some help from Boston McDonald to do the same. Berta, subject of a couple of bumps, but he'll help make sure the puck gets out, and he's looking for this bounce pass off the near side boards. He's tied up with Lyndon Hoskins, and that'll allow Lamberto time to swirl in his own zone, make a direction change. Berta pins him to the boards for his efforts. They tried to turn the puck the other way. Here's a potential 3-on-2 into the middle. Cross ice pass, they score! Leventa Berta scores, and that's going to be one of the easier ones that he pops in all season. And that's his 18th on the season. Berta on the cross seam feed. And you could see the Buccaneers were trying to get that aerial pass, but it turned into 3-on-2. And that puck intercepted, brought the other way, and Berta, like all the good goal scorers, he knew where to go, and he had the stick already possibly lifted. Bowman Klippenstein, he got all sorts of wrapped up with Drayton Hayward, so he was unable to pursue the puck. Put up the half side boards by Fopel. Good effort by Boston McDonald, who he got slammed into the boards by Hayward. And he readjusts his helmet after that one. Storm skating it outside of their zone. The captain, Gavin Monroe, threatened to hit at center, so they had to turn it over. Puck is in on Darian Fesser. Has a look over his shoulder. Play it to the near side for Davis Young. Goes between Toth's skates, who was credited with that goal that got poked in after Drayden Bear had taken the initial shot that looked like it nearly crossed the line. And again, another easy poke in after all sorts of traffic. The Storm have done such an incredible job going to the goal tonight. It's almost hard to believe. There's a good chance, steered wide by Dylan Hoskins as he forces that same set Drayden Bear wide. Puck is flipped up the boards, but not out. The captain, Dumont, taking a couple of strides, takes it behind the goal, has a look. He's got his head up, passes it to Toth, far side. There's the pass into the middle, and that shot was directed wide. Toth, left shooting forward, gets hit by Young, and they both stand up. Oh, and then now he gets crunched by Ken Stalder. Puck was swept from his knees, and Baudin, who has a goal, he sent it around the boards. Dylan Hoskins didn't know where the puck was, and it's sent to the near side. Baudin, shot from the point, and that one ripped up over the goal, and good slide by Darian Fesser as he came back. There probably was no room for them to slide it underneath if they did find the puck. 12.25 to go here, third period. Strong lead for the Storm, most of it established in the first. It was 6-0 after one. The puck was snapped high and over Miko Duplain into the slot for Porter Muxlow. Knocked down by the stick of Lamberto, but that was onto the stick of Dumont. Now once again, Porter out of the corner shoots. Oh, and that took a redirect in front. And that didn't miss by much. There's a one-time, and that one goes up over the goal. This time it was Porter's slap shot that fired up over the goal. He heads to the other side to force the issue as the puck comes to the near side. And he avoids an oncoming crashing Kai Williams. They try and move it out of the corner. Good intercept in the slot. And once again brought out by Dumont. He's tired, he's going to change, but he's done his job. Gets the puck to right, hooks it in front. Oh, and what a sliding save. Darian Fesser, might have been more Dylan Lamberto, but the puck didn't go in. And it could very easily have done so. Preston Muxlow flipping in. That's going to allow for a partial change for the Buccaneers. Long pass is knifed in, but it's knifed out of play. And that'll stop things as Ethan Hill turns his blade down. Lyndon Hoskins, you can see as he's trying to feed that puck aerial down ice, and it was knocked down by the chest in that one time. And I think the reason why Levent Alberta looked skyward was because he knows that wasn't even his A shot that went in, but it doesn't matter. It crossed the line, and that's all that matters. Puck towards the goal. Hoskins holding off Hill, who backhands it below the goal line for Curry. Stops and starts into a joust there with Karst, and Smith will take a bump as Karst comes steaming in. Storm, great control here towards the goal, and they backhanded it through the slot, and unable to pick that up with Smith. Now back the other way comes Ryan Christensen. Jackson Karst tried to wave his stick at it, but it was sent in behind the goal, and once again Campbell River and their quick defense skating it out of trouble, and here they come back the other way. Into the corner goes Cohen Obuck, feeds the point. Side step at the point, and Tristan Williams, he ran out of real estate, so he just got rid of the puck. Lyndon Hoskins puts that off of Williams' skate. Potential offside if the Bucks touch it, but now they're back onside. Lyndon Hoskins trying to use his big body to force the issue. Sends it to the far side for Gavin Monroe. Beckett Trado sending it to the other side. Intercepted by McDonald. Monroe down below the goal line. Look at the Storm defense watching out in front. That puck is going to be so hard to move to the middle of the ice, even if they can. Bowman Klippenstein inside, outside. Oh, he nearly got around the last defender. Oh, and Boston McDonald comes in for a hit, and he lines up his man. Jacob Koulis taking that bump in stride, though. Gets back into the play. Puck is chopped, and Now Gavin Monroe wants a change. Out comes Ken Stalder. And Klippenstein will watch the front of the goal. Stalder forces the puck over to Wade Enger. Enger, he got thumped into the boards, and that sends the puck the other way. 3-on-2 if they hurry. The Storm trying to move into the middle. Dom Greco finds the handle for Berta. He tried to return it to him. Berta gets dumped, though he had to look out. The puck was fired towards his helmet as he went down to his knees. Could have been dangerous. Now the Bucks back the other way. Snapped in on goal by Lamberto, and taking no chances. Number 30 is going to hang on to that one as we head to the media timeout. Good look at Ryan Christensen, who also has a roommate that plays for the Nanaimo Clippers. That's Morgan Hackman. And they're roommates and also good friends. And you can see Hills had such good vision tonight. He finds the point and they just keep letting those shots go. That was actually where Lyndon Hoskins' discarded stick was. Leventa Berta didn't score on that one, but he'd get another chance later. Look at that speed, trying to use Lamberto as a screen. Lyndon Hoskins not connecting on that pass, and it was the worst result for the Buccaneers, but a good cutoff. And Dom Greco with another setup tonight. And he's really connected with Leventa Berta, their leading goal scorer. And it's 10-2. I'm not sure if there's any people out there that use radio call signs or not, but the call sign 10-2 means I read you loud and clear. Steve Bratt had a quick timeout there. I think he was able to go and get a quick drink of water, and play is back underway. Shot by Davis on, having trouble with it as Duplain went down, but I don't think he saw it initially as the puck came through a screen, and the Buccaneers, they were able to get some bodies in front of the goal. So Toth and company, they'll line up over on the left side of Duplain, and that puck won back by the Storm, looking to break down ice. Faupel with that speed once again, but this time Dylan Hoskins caught up with Faupel, who swivels around towards the goal. That puck was off of the goal stick of Darian Fesser, shoveled up along the boards by Toth. Drayden Bear wrestling his way to the ice with Dylan Hoskins, and now the Buccaneers' potential chance to get it out is Preston Muxlow. Dumps off for Davis Young, and he finds the middle of the ice for Porter Muxlow. Onside, they have Boychuk going to the goal, shot on net, and that was fought off by Duplain after it hit his goal stick, and he quickly got his trapper on it, and a good move as we move to within 8 minutes of the final buzzer. And you could see the stick handling by Porter Muxlow over the line, and AJ Gale talked about the Muxlow twins in that first intermission interview. Talked about their sense and how they're able to find each other out on the ice, and I've really come to see early here that it's those short 5 to 8 foot passes that they're just so good at, and the little give and goes. Boston McDonald twisting away out of the corner from Dumont, who's got a close look on him, and there's a rebound out in front of the goal that was put off of the goaltender. Karst feeds Lyndon Hoskins, shoots through traffic, and he was looking for Ryan Christensen on the backside. Buccaneers at the face-off circle, but they can't get it past Logan Wright, and he sends it down ice, way out to challenge Darian Fesser. He'll put it across crease, and he ran out of territory as he was all locked up with Jackson Karst. Ryan Christensen dispossesses Logan Wright, and he'll send it behind the goal. Lyndon Hoskins on the near side for McDonald. Hard pass down the wing. Christensen took it off his skate, but it bounced into the line of fire for Wyatt Dumont. Gets a return feed from Hill. Into the corner goes Kai Williams. Sends it below the goal line for Wright. Tried to make a move, and He's fallen on Klippenstein's stick, hung on to it while he was there, and now it's sent to the near side. Christensen's going to be getting tired, and he does indeed get off for a change. Out comes Gavin Monroe. To center, McDonald over the blue line. There's a delayed penalty coming up. McDonald in on goal. He tried to strong arm his way to the goal, but they've definitely drawn a penalty here. Fesser had gotten to the bench, but no need for the extra attacker. They got the chance on goal. And Boston McDonald, his speed will send Hill to the penalty box. Ethan Hill, the Campbell River product, 6 foot, 160-pound right shooting forward. Good look at Boston McDonald there. Back underway, puck goes to the point, and Davis Young can't reach that face-off win by Ken Stalder, so they'll chase it down ice where Lamberto sets up. On the far side, Gavin Monroe sending it in, partially stopped behind the goal by the goaltender, and that secondary effort from the defense. Once again, they clear it out, and some good work on the backside by the Storm defense. They've just been so solid here tonight. Holden Smith with that most recent effort from Lakeland, Florida. Gavin Monroe puts on the brakes, finds the point. Lyndon Hoskins waiting for the late trail. Maybe it was Dylan. Plays pass with Monroe up top to Dylan Hoskins. Trade spots with Lyndon. Now he delivers to him. Snapshot. Oh, and that puck was tipped just over the stick side. It went just up over the crossbar. Monroe out of the corner. Shoots towards the goal. 1 minute left on the power play, and that puck was tipped up out into the netting. So with 5:37 left, the Buccaneers hoping to extract a late power play goal here. Maybe try and add just another grain of respectability to the outcome here tonight. But as was mentioned by both coaches in the intermission, the Storm really came out here to play tonight, and their first of back-to-back nights is looking pretty successful so far, with Duplain in goal. Out of the corner, Muxlow back up to the umbrella. Dylan Hoskins fakes to Porter, cross seam, and they can't connect. Potential 2-on-1 shaping up here for the Storm, maybe 2-on-2. Linden coming back in help, and it was put far side. Good pad, as left pad was kicked out by Darian Fesser, and he's going to get another chance to be tested here. Shot on goal, and it was a ripper. Oh boy, all over that shot. Jacob Koulis, the alternate captain, he let that one fly. That was a bullet. Hoskins picking his way over the blue line. Touch pass from Preston Muxlow. Out of the corner, Porter chasing the puck in behind the goal. Dylan Lamberto's gonna pinch, and he helped keep it in. Buccaneers try and spin and send it towards the goal, but it's sent down ice. There's the one-touch pass, 2-on-1. If they jury and a big stop, Darian Fesser 3 feet in front of the blue paint, and he just carves down the angle, and he got very big in the crease. Good anticipation by the Storm. That back pass there setting it all up with Toth going to the near side, but Drayden Baird, that was his best option, was to let it go, hope for a rebound, but Darian Fesser, none forthcoming. Face off to his right, Christensen losing that draw. Shot towards the goal, there's the rebound, trying to shove it in, and they can't get it to go. Looking for his second of the night, Baudin. There's a long range flip in, and Darian Fesser, he's not going to chance anything with that. Thomas Curry with one of the more recent opportunities for the Storm, and that's shot number 40 by the Campbell River Storm. Face off once again to the right of Fesser, and once again won by Greco. Shot towards the goal, looking for the tip, and Fesser came across right to left, tracked that from in front of his defense, Dylan Lamberto, and he snags that with the trapper. Huge night for Tristan Williams. 5 points so far tonight. Puck out of the corner. Christensen intercepts in the slot. Needs some help from Lamberto, though, who makes a nice one-handed pass behind the net for Young, who hits Christensen with that pass. He tried to move around in front of the Storm bench, but that's allowed the puck to go down ice. And the Storm once again just over the blue line. Alfie de Bruin picking up steam, heads in over the blue line, trying to wrestle around the last defender. And Leventa Berta helped get in the road and slow that one down. Out of the corner, looking for the pass in front, and Jackson Karst, they couldn't get it to him in front of the goal. The rebound, they score! Tucked in by Boston McDonald. Boston McDonald, former Oceanside General, and the Buccaneers doing a good job. Wade Enger, he had that first shot misfire, but the puck came through, and a great job by McDonald to take it off his skate. And that last move that he made, he got around Lucas Boudin, and he puts in the Buccaneers' third goal. And as I mentioned, they add just another degree of respectability here. And it is now 10-3. You could see that broken play, and the initial stop was made off the right pad by Miko Duplain, but the rebound came right out in the slot. McDonald kicked it up to his forehand. There's a spin shot by Gavin Munro in front of the net, and McDonald being given a double shift here. He nearly had another opportunity on net. Puck inside the Storm blue line as they move it around defense to defense. To the Buccaneers blue line where Dylan Hoskins sends it out. So Boston McDonald, third for the Buccaneers tonight. Ryan Christensen getting an assist on that goal. So McDonald's second of the season, and he'll be happy to see the highlight there, just his strong net presence paying off. Out at center, Ken Boychuk nearly able to pull it through his skates, but it was intercepted and momentarily turned back the other way off of a shin pad. Drayden Bear holding, shoots, and he shot it off of the shoulder of Fesser, who scrambles back into the goal. Fesser trying to look down and find a angle on the puck as that came out of the corner. Look at that joust between Davis Young and Drayden Bear. Someone's stick went flying, and now the Buccaneers leave the zone. That was Gavin Munro, had his stick knocked out of his hands. Long range shot from Lamberto as he wants to get a change here. Hoskins out with Alfie de Bruin on defense. Partial steal here by the Buccaneers. Preston Muxlow trying to move up into the inside of the blue line, and now he finds the puck just outside. Driving the lane, drops off. Preston through the slot, shot on goal, and that's a right pad save. Duplain getting in the road of that one. Just over a minute 15 to go. Saucer pass, what a save by Darian Fesser! Right to left, and he tracks that one perfectly. Kai Williams puts it up off the ice, but Darian Fesser snags it with a trapper, and that's his best save of the night. Great saucer pass, and it even took a deflection off of the defenseman in front, Dylan Hoskins, and a great reactionary save by Darian Fesser on shot number 43 by the Storm. Puck around to the near side. Alfie de Bruin gets pinned along the boards by Kai Williams. Puck comes to the point, sent around by Kai Adano on the near side. Hill load, shoots. Fesser came out to meet it, but it bounced off his arm, and now they get it outside the line. Jackson Karst giving chase. Nearly turns the puck over, found it in his skates, but he had his stick knocked out of his hands. And now with 40 seconds to go, the Storm looking to out it. Oh, and that puck was stolen by Karst once again as he went in and lifted up the stick, stealing it from Drayton Howard. Bodies along the boards, trying to dig that out. Hayward, trying to pin Karst along the board, just looking at him after he dumps him. Ryan Christensen out of the corner. Now just a quarter minute to go. Off of the wall, Karst in there. Christensen comes in to force the issue, and time just keeps running down. I think they're just going to try and let them play it out in the corner, and that is how this one is going to end. Wyatt Dumont and his mates pinning a couple of Buccaneers up along the boards, and they kind of pinned them in tonight on the scoreboard. That 6-0 first period blitz was what really set the table, and they chased poor Tristan Stevens after 16 shots and 5 goals against, and the Buccaneers grouping in their own zone. But for their part, Miko Duplain maintaining his perfect 1.00 win percentage. He's 2-0 on the season, and you can add 13 plus 29 for 42 shots through 2 games. We're gonna step away and pardon me, we've got some highlights to show you here. Logan Wright keeping the fight along the boards to Hill, and they fed the point, and that shot through traffic. Darian Fesser able to stop that one, even with Logan Wright getting the tip in front. And there was that quick speed by Leventa Berta on display. That time Fesser getting the better of him, squeezing the blocker arm and pinning it up along his chest pad. There's the aerial pass gone wrong, and on the counterattack, Dom Greco feeding Leventa Berta. He didn't even need the clean finish. That puck was going in almost no matter what. Wasn't his A shot, but it's still worth a goal. And that was a tough one for the Buccaneers to swallow on the turnover. There was that chance on that first shot from Porter Muxlow, firing it low underneath the goaltender, but he managed to find it quickly with the trapper. And that was kind of the story for Miko Duplain all night. He was so solid, just staying with the shooters, finding the pucks in the lanes. And then, of course, Boston McDonald, just for aesthetics, scoring there late. Good job by Alfie de Bruin to get that puck towards the goal. And McDonald, he's got such a good nose for the net, but also the body to get there. He's about as rough and tumble sandpaper as they come. Look at that stretch save by Darian Fesser. Even he had to look back in the goal for a minute to see if it had beat him. Coming out to cut off the angle on Hill. Way out of the top of the blue paint. Didn't have full control, but he was able to reel it in. And so that's where we stand after 60 minutes of play here inside the Nanaimo Ice Centre. That's a 10-3 win for the Campbell River Storm, and they continue their assault on the North Division lead as they space that out. They've got a couple of teams around them, but most notably the Port Alberni Bombers, and they've overtaken the Bombers and now padded their lead by a couple of points in the North. And they'll move ahead to play tomorrow night. They'll be inside their home confines at the Rod Brindamore Arena, and they're taking on the Oceanside Generals, who come in with their 3-22-0 record. The Buccaneers, for their part, they've got another game coming up just after the weekend, and for their road trip coming up, they'll be heading South Island for a couple of games, taking on Victoria and then coming back for Lake Cowichan. And for everyone here at the Nanaimo Ice Centre, including all of the crew, Hamish and everyone, Bryce, and getting you all those great camera angles. Todd Jones back at studio control, making sure everything's running fine and getting you tight down on the ice. It was a pleasure being here for tonight's game. Kind of a strange result, and not too many 10-3 results here in the VIJHL, but you saw Troy Newen's team, the Campbell River Storm, they improve to 25-4. An early Christmas present for the Campbell River Storm fans. I'm Lorenzo Jensen. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Our pleasure to bring you great hockey. Make sure you come back again for our next broadcast here from the Nanaimo Ice Centre. Have a great weekend, everyone, and Merry Christmas.